guys, Stockboy here, bringing you another Mesa, Storm Mesa video. I know I've done one in the past before, but it was a little messed up. I wanted to redo it and make a better quality video. It was a little shaky. I'm not sure what happened to the camera there, but that's okay. Let's get right into it. Storm Mesa 4. The team set up for that is Death Knight in the front. He's got 4 or 5 Revitalize. He's got 5 and 9 talent. Got Immortep in the middle. I chose Immortep because he has no cap as far as his cooldown goes. I mean, not a cap, I'm sorry, a cooldown. He's going to keep proccing, so he's going to keep going while all the while Death Knight is going to protect everyone else. I believe he's also 5'9", 5 of 9 with Berserk. Sorry, tired, waking up. Here we go. So yeah, 4-5 Revitalize for him with a 5 and 9. 5 and 9 also with a Berserk. And for the base people that we always use, Cupid 5 of 5 Revitalize, of course, 8 and 9. Beautiful, beautiful. 6 of 9 on Druid. I'm going to eventually get that up. I just haven't seen it being that important. Yes, he'll do a little bit more damage, increase the attack a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? 5 Berserk, because there's no cooldown for him too. And we got the Pumpkin Duke 4-5 with the 8 of 9 Celebrate. And his inscription is a 2, almost a 2 with the crest, but that's okay. Getting right into it, let's jump into the mess of fights. I'm going to be pugging it, so join team. I pretty much, I could look at who's there, who's not there, blah, 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 but for the most part, people got it down packed now. These are the 2 corners you want to be in when you do it. The other ones have a little bit of a tricky situation with the heroes that are in those corners, so it may be a little bit rough, so you want to double up, especially when you're pugging on the corners. If you're doing with the guild and it's a little bit stronger, then you can go ahead and do that. Now, the reason why my Death Knight is in the front is because with 4 or 5 Revitalize and Cupid of 5 or 5, he's going to get his proc off right away, and he's going to put that shield up, protecting everybody from that stun, letting them go ahead and continue doing damage throughout. So they're basically going to keep it. So there you go. There's the shield there. Oh, he didn't stun in time. Ares threw him off, but that's okay. You see how ours is dropping a little bit quicker than the other ones there. He's running pretty much almost the same thing. I see another Immortep for the other groups, so good things. We pretty much beat ours at the same exact time, and we're going to go ahead and beat this fight with no problem for what I see. So the main thing is you want, I found that setup to be the best, guys. Normally when I do it with each corner, I'm usually the first person to beat my group because the Death Knight protects from the stun, and then I'm just chewing through the health of the boss on the corner the whole entire time. At least I always get the first stun off because of the Revitalize, the 4-5 Revitalize on Death Knight. So he procs right away, right when the boss is about to proc. And then it's kind of like luck almost, because if you have Ares, you're going to prolong it, so the timing has to be right for that. So, but either way, there are other setups that people use. I know a lot of people use Orcsbane, obviously, because he cannot be stunned, and he's going to throw out an extra heal just in case, but I don't personally need to do that. If you don't have Death Knight, and or his talent isn't that high, or you have this particular scenario, go ahead and use Orcsbane using the tank as well. That'll work. I just want to show you guys what I use, and if you have those heroes, you can try that setup too. That setup that I just used seems to be the most effective as far as that goes. And I worked on my Immortep to get him to be 160 with a 5 of 9. I don't have super high talents for the Storm Mesa group to progress, but it does. You don't really need to have a 9 of 9 every character to beat this. So for me, as long as I can farm something without too much trouble, without too much struggle, I can enjoy it enough to where I'm going to keep doing it and keep progressing from it and trying to tweak things a little bit to make things a little bit easier. The only thing that really frustrates me personally, and I think most people, is when you're just getting smacked every time you're trying to get something done, and that's not the case. So good things. So we just keep pushing forward. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys one more fight, and then we're gonna wrap things up. That's pretty much it. That's there's really no other tricks and turns for Storm Mesa 4. It's pretty straightforward. Most people, I'm thinking, pugs it. I pug it personally. I could wait for my guild, but I get a little annoyed trying to get into the request fast enough, and somebody doesn't have enough tries, and you're waiting around for somebody to join the room if you create one, and eh, I think they can make a better system for that. Personally, IGG can come up with something that's a little bit more systematic, but they still did their best. Um, I don't think you can invite friends. I think that's something that needs to be implemented too. Anyone on your friend list should be able to have an invite to that. That would be pretty cool. I've gotten a few people in work involved in this game. That's pretty much what motivated me to get into it. I got one coworker into the game, and as I was explaining the breakdowns and the ins and out of the game, I realized how much I knew and how much I can offer as far as information and experience, and these little questions that just once I answered to him made the game so much more enjoyable. Before that, he was playing Clash of Clans, and he did download at one point Castle Clash, because when I told him, hey, you should download the game, give it a shot, he noticed that he downloaded it before, then he deleted it, and then I'm guessing he deleted because it wasn't. This game is more in depth, in my personal opinion, than Clash of Clans. I think Castle Clash has a little bit more involved and into depth features as far as talents and what to level and how to level. It's a legit strategy game, and if you're not half nerd, then it's not that easy to get. I've hit walls myself, and there was just things that I had to do, like looking on YouTube. Shout out to San7. I watched a lot of his videos when I was a lot earlier in Might, and it kind of motivated me to keep going, and looking at his base designs and just learning more from it kept me going, kept me into the game, kept me involved. And I think that's just the type of game and type of nature it is. Now, fast forward, I would say 9 to 10 months, maybe even 11 later. Once I've got a good gist of it, and after I got that first coworker into the game, I was able to get one, two, three, four, five people at work into Castle Clash. Three out of the five, actually, it's closer to six, but three out of five are pay to play players, and one of them already has a Chieftain Minotaur, and he's on his way close to getting the demon already, because I got him into the game, and eventually I want to get him into my guild. So that's just one of the things that also motivated me. I mean, besides my love of the game, of creating the videos, it just really motivated me, and I was just like, damn, uh, people just need to have the game explained a little bit. Maybe IGG should change the beginning interface to be a little bit more explanatory for those people who just need a little bit more. I don't know. It gives you a little video in the very beginning, but I think if they want to grow and they want to advance, they're doing really great with the updates and adding extra things to the game. Nothing bad to say about that. They even add another hero that's for free to play players. Yes, the charge is high, but hey, listen, you got the opportunity, and they're just involving everybody and trying to keep everything warped together. But I find that a lot of people just aren't able to understand the game their own. And if I was able to get 5 or 6 people at work by myself, by explaining to them and showing them base setups, it pretty much made and break the game. I mean, maybe IGG should have like a basic setup design for the base to show them, because a lot of people, IGG has to understand, a lot of people are coming from Clash of Clans and they're making their base designs. Even in my free to play account, I see a lot of low level might bases that are designed mimicking the way you would set up the base for Clash of Clans, and that's not how it works. You want to design your base wrapped around Here Be Monster. You want to design a way to farm those things that are more important. It's not about keeping other people, other players outside of your base. It's inevitable to stop somebody from raiding. There's always going to be somebody who could raid your base. So if they were able to just make Like here, if you hit this base setup, and on the right side they have basic set designs, something where they could give you a design for maybe the first 3 or 4 here be monsters. That would probably be a little bit better, because I think a lot of people get frustrated. They try the here be monsters and their base setup is not great, and they don't know where to place the little hero bases and stuff like that. But if they did that for them, it may be putting training wheels on them, and some of you may be like, ah, that's doesn't make any sense. But if you have training wheels and you're able to take them off, it's a lot easier learning process for the player to do that. So just a little thing on that, and I wanted to show you guys another updated video on the Storm Mesa, because my last one was a little messed up. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it made sense as far as why I picked the particular heroes I did, and I hope you guys are able to test that out for yourself. Hopefully you have those heroes. If not, and you love the game, roll those gems, get those heroes, and give that a shot. Put the time and energy into it. Farm those shards. Main thing is farming shards, because there's so many hero talents that you have to level up, and I average of 5 of 9 to be the least amount. I mean, my succubus here, ninja, they're all 4 of 9, but they're not as used as much, so that's why they kind of stuck around that limit. But everybody else is 5 of 9 and up. So yeah, guys. If you guys want to see any other kinds of videos about the Storm Mesa 4, or have any questions on your setup and you don't have those heroes, let me know. I've used different kinds of setups in the past for survivability. Just when you start off, you want to use a setup that's going to help you survive. You want to help. You want to have a setup that's going to let you do it. Don't worry about doing a lot of damage. Don't worry about doing the most damage being number one. Worry about just surviving, and placement, where you're supposed to place who and what, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments below if you need anything, and I'll try to answer them as quickly and efficiently as possible.